Hello, hope you're doing well. So I'm just going to take you through a basic rundown on the week 5 scenarios as we had to work with the bowling database. So for the first step, we had to use the alter table for the bowlers table and add a new column, which was the bowler email with the data type of varchar 50, the length of 50, as well as concatenate the bowler's first name and last name and add gmail.com using the update statement. All right, so if we just select here, you'll notice that my data is already encrypted for the bowler email. So I'll just show you the steps in which I used. So over here for 1A, oops, okay, not 1A, 1B, we'll see here that I used the alter statement on the bowlers table and added the column, as well as updated that table, as well as the column with the concatenated email addresses. All right, so for step 2, we had to create a new login, which was Bob the scorekeeper. And also in doing so, we had to map Bob to the bowling database and also create a view, which only limited Bob to certain information, like the bowler's first name, last name, but we did omit the bowler's street address, phone number, as well as their email address. So if we go to the login for Bob, over here, and we go to views, as we've granted the views to Bob, and we select over here, we'll see the information that Bob is able to see in this view. Right. And also just to show you how I ran those commands, that was step 2. We'll see here that I created the login for Bob the scorekeeper, as well as created the view over here and the selected columns for that view, and also granted the select, so granted access to Bob the scorekeeper. All right, for step 3, we now had to create a new login as well. This was Carla the programmer, but Carla also had limited access, but a bit more access compared to Bob. But in this instance, we had to use the column level encryption for Carla. So if we just go to Carla's login, and we go to tables, and over here, she only has the granted access to select and insert in the bowlers table. And if we select over here, we'll see here that the information is encrypted for Carla, so she cannot have access to this information. It's not displayed for her. All right, and just to see those commands, here's the command for creating a login and user for Carla the programmer, as well as granting the select and insert on the bowlers table to Carla. All right. Now for step 4, we had to basically do what we did in step 1 all the way to 3, but now on our class server, and basically provide our running buddies our login information. So over here, I'll be working with Brother Sanchez. I don't know if you can see this, just wanna space it out. We see here I'm working with Bob Sanchez. So let's just go through to Bob. Oh, over here. All right, so with Bob Sanchez, the scorekeeper, Bob should only have access to the view, as you can see here, the bowler's limited information. And sorry, slow. And if I do that, you'll see here that Bob has access to the view, but only has access to limited information of the bonus table. And if we now go to the Carla Sanchez login, we should be able to see that Carla is encrypted on some of those columns. Open here and go to Sanchez Bowling Development. Over here in tables, you'll see that Carla Sanchez has access to the bolus table. And if we select, all right. So Carla is able to select from the bolus table, but the bowler street address, phone number, as well as email are encrypted. She's also able to insert into this table. All right, so that was all we had to do for these scenarios for week 5, and thank you so much for listening.